Hi, we are Team 8. Today we will be doing a demo for our web applications, PSI and UVI. Our application enables family to live a healthy life. Before we get started, I would like to introduce our team member first. Our team consists of 4 members, Hintai C, Nazu Indre, Pomye Tunyame, and Jamin Tau. As everyone is aware, forest fire in Sumatra, Indonesia are the main cause of haze in Singapore. During the southwest monsoon season, strong winds help to spread the haze produced by such fires throughout Southeast Asia. Haze levels are measured by using the Pollutant Standard Index (PSI) in Singapore. In the past 16 years, the 2013 haze outbreak was one of the most serious haze episodes to affect Singapore. PSI level reached the highest PSI reading of 401, which is within hazardous level on 21 June 2013. Therefore, the authorities advised the public to minimize outdoor activities and to wear N95 masks if they need to engage outdoor activities. Some UV exposure is needed for our health, such as vitamin D, but excessive UV exposure can result in harmful effects to our eyes and skin. UVI is highest between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. If the public need to engage outdoor activities, there are some simple protective measures that can help to minimize the harmful effects. The main purpose of building this web application is to bring benefits to everyone living in Singapore, especially to the vulnerable people. As you all know, high PSI and UVI levels can harm us, so especially people with lung diseases, elderly, pregnant women, and children should take extra precautions in avoiding them. Air pollutants can cause respiratory system and aggravate existing heart or lung disease. Ultraviolet rays, UV rays can cause premature aging of skin and eyes problems. Even healthy adults are advised to take precautions. By keeping these in mind, we have come up with web applications to provide user with PSI and UVI info as well as precaution they should take. This is our use case diagram. In our use case diagram, we have 6 actors such as register app user, new user, API, user database, email system, website admin. New user can create an account, then the system will check if the account is unique and update it in the database. Website admin can check the user links in the database and be able to check the user's feedback. Those feedback will be sent to the admin using the email system. The system will get the PSI and UVI data from API. Whenever a user needs to engage in outdoor activities, he can log into PSI and UVI application via email. After logging successfully, users can view PSI and UVI level with suggestive messages for simple protective measure before going out. When PSI or UVI level reach unhealthy levels, email notification will be sent to the user so that user can take action to protect themselves from harmful effects of PSI and UVI. Now I will pass my team member Hintai C to present the main feature.
My name is Hintai C. I will be presenting main features and expected user for this web application. First of all, users must create an account using an email to utilize this application. When a user enters the web application, the user will be directed to the login page. For a new user who doesn't have an account, the user needs to click on create an account. Then the user will be directed to the sign up page to create an account. Another feature is that user is able to select any specific location from Singapore to check the PSI level of that location under the PSI tab. Application will show the PSI level based on specific location that user selected. When the PSI and UVI level are high, the application will send an email that the user used to create an account previously to take precautions and action. The email will be sent to each of every user. There's a user list tab when the admin log into the application, and under that tab, admin can view the list of users. Moreover, admin can add new users. Under the contact us page, there's a feedback function. User needs to key in a valid email address and necessary information to send feedback. When user clicks send, the feedback will be sent to this application admin. And another one is expected user. The application is aiming for all the people living in Singapore, as Singapore is often affected by the haze. Other users are those who are vulnerable and sensitive to respiratory system, including heart or lung disease, skin and eye problems.
Hi, I'm Yame and I'll do a live demo of our web application. I'll be mainly explaining the most important features from our web application. For more detailed cases, you may refer to our SIS document test cases. The first feature I want to demonstrate is the login feature. I'll first try to log in using the wrong password. Here, error will be prompted and the system will not allow the user to log in. Now, I'll try to log in using random email and password. Here, the system will prompt that the email does not exist in the system and ask the user to sign up. Now I will log in using the correct email and password. Now the system allows me to access the features of the web application. In our home page, we display the PSI and UVI values in Singapore by obtaining the government API data. You can click on the logo of our application to redirect back to the home page. Next, I want to show the PSI tab. Here, PSI detail info are displayed with indicators for the different levels. In here, user can click on the selected city to select any city from here. We have used the drop-down button to avoid bad users' input. I'll select 2 cities from the list as an example. Firstly, I'll be selecting Kranji. After selecting, the application shows current PSI level for that city with suggested outdoor activities depending on the levels. The suggested activities change according to the PSI range. Next, I will select Hillview. Since Hillview is in the west part of the city, the PSI level and suggestion change according to the value in that area. Now I'd like to show the UVI tab. In UVI tab, there are protection messages displayed together with the UVI values. News tab shows the news related to PSI and UVI, and we can click on Read More to go to that particular web page. Here, it is redirected to Channel's New Asia web page. We can also click on the titles here to bring to the actual web page. Now I will show how the contact works. Here we can send feedback to admin and email will be sent to admin account. Since all the fields are compulsory for sending feedback, if there is missing field, system asks user to enter it. Feedback has been successfully submitted, and I can check whether we received the email from the admin account. Here we receive the feedback from the user with the message sent from the user. Now I'll log out of the web application and log in as admin to show the user list. Admin has one extra tab, which is the user list. Below are the current user lists. Now I will log out and try the sign up features. I'll first try to sign up using the existing accounts. Here the system will prompt the error since this account is already exists in the database. Using my friend's email, I'll sign up a new account. After successful sign up, the system is redirected to the home page. I will log out from the account and sign in again using the admin account to show that there is a new user added to the user list. Previously, we only have 7 users. Now, the new user has been added into the user list. This is the end of my live demo. I will now hand over to my friend Hong to continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Now, let's move to the good engineering practices. First, we use Google Drive for repository control and version control of our source code. Then we use Google Docs mainly for real-time collaboration and documentation. Last, we use the Draw.io for real-time collaboration for UML, architecture diagram, and so on. Next is the overview of the software system. We use HTML and CSS for front end. For the back end, we use Python for getting data from API server accessing database for user data, and implementing email system for notifications. And all of these are based under the flask, which is a microweb framework. So we thought about what we can do for further upgrades. First, we want to integrate our system with Apple Help and Samsung Help. Second, implement it on the smart products like smartwatches. Lastly, we want to develop application for all platforms so that many users will be notified whether it's safe to go outside or not. Thank you.